fans in Germany and Switzerland and Prague than I ever expected, considering we've never been out there before.
I learnt quite a lot from the tour. Me and Rob specifically learnt a bit of German in school, but they pretty much just threw a book at you and said, right, remember it. But it was nice to actually talk to German people, learn a few dirty phrases.
From the tour, I've learned that Germany is a great place. I didn't think I'd ever quite like it as much as I have. It's fantastic. Nice big roads, you know.
I think Germany is a big place with a lot of great people in, a lot of nice foods. They don't do breakfast very well, but aside from that, they love their music as well.
It's a very clean country, a lot better. England's got a lot to learn from Germany, and it's beautiful. It's lovely.
Czech Republic as a whole, probably quite nice. Where were we? Prague. We got hammered, had an argument, went back to the hotel and slept.
They're not quite as hospitable as Germans, I don't think. There was a place we stayed, and the guy that sort of, at check-in was just goes.
Switzerland, we didn't really get a chance to check it out too much because it was raining and no one had any money. So if it wasn't raining, I guess it would be quite nice, but I'm not sure.
We really liked the hotel. It was attached to quite an interesting building. I'll leave it there.
The crowds were fantastic. Everywhere we went, everyone was just, really lots of energy, and everyone, without fail, wanted an encore. Sometimes 2, 3 encores. So yeah, we love the crowds.
Berlin, a few nights ago, we was playing there, and the crowd were going nuts. We finished the end of Alive, and the crowd started singing along and doing the old "oh" at the end, and they kept chanting it. And then we picked it up again. We started jamming with the crowd, and they were singing. And it was a special moment. Them sort of moments don't happen very often, so when they do, it's good.
My personal favourite was the one in Cologne. It was our first ever gig in Europe, and it was a great introduction to the tour. We had about 300 people there, and they were all going mad for it, so that's my favourite.
My favourite show by far was Cologne, just because it was the first date. So to jump off of the Eurotunnel, get to a gig and have a packed room, that's the best thing for me.
My favourite song has got to be the same as Johnny. His favourite for being both good and at the same time. It's
My Handy auf my Hand, ich vergessen zu essen.
Which I don't know, like Johnny will translate it for you.
I mean, you translate it and it doesn't make sense, so...
What does it mean translated, John?
My phone's in my hand, so I forgot to eat.
My most memorable moment is probably seeing, there were, in the hotel room, there were these shower doors, and there was a little hole there, and Rob thought it'd be a good idea to stick his knob through the hole and ask Johnny to pull open the door, and that was pretty funny.
My most funny moment, I think, was after the night out we had in Zurich, when the hotel porter dropped all the glasses, and I was with Elliot at the time, and he was this guy from Manchester who was like, "No, I'm f***ing doing," and then he dropped everything, and it was hilarious. He had to be there really, but funny.
We had all sorts of different food while we were in Germany. A lot of it, I've got quite a tender stomach because I'm a bit of a pussy.
Sorry, that's all fucking. Shut up, you mum! I'm trying to film you. That's how you get that broken beak from doing that all day. Shut up! Sorry, John. Where were you, mate? Well,
Cheers, Al. Thanks. Cheers. Sorry to interrupt you.
I think we had a great promoter called Andy. I miss him, funny. And he took us around Cologne, and Cologne are famous for their sort of beers, and each pub had its own brand. And just that evening, we had so many nice ones. I can't remember a single one what one was called, but they just do it really well out there.
My favourite beer is Astra beer, and I think you can get it in Cologne, and you can also get it in Hamburg. But that was quite a nice little bottle, big beer.
my favourite beer, again, Cologne, the Kölsch, as they called it. That was my favourite. Very fresh, and yeah, just really nice. My personal favourite was because of the Beatles thing, was Indra Club in Hamburg, because there's a lot of Beatles history behind it and I'm a big Beatles fan.
My favourite venue had to be Frape.
Favourite venue was the one that was made out of all metal. It looked like Prague. That was it. It was the only good thing in Prague, was that venue. It looked like a scrapyard with a big magnet and everything had gone shung, and then they just hollowed it out and put a stage in it. When I get home, I'm gonna sleep loads, but more importantly, I'm gonna have a Sunday roast.
A proper good English fire, a Sunday roast.
Sunday roast. German food is great, but they don't really know how to make a roast dinner. Not like we do. We just got it nailed.
And that's the end.